Hi guys, this is Stephanie. Welcome to Stephanie's Journey. For those of you who are here for the very first time, welcome. And for those of you returning, welcome back. Today I am going to do a garden tour. It is April 26th, Friday. So I want to show you guys around the garden of what my garden is looking like now. Made a few little changes since last month. So it's the end of the month tour. I may do two a month starting next month when more stuff is going. But for right now, this is what we have. So let's get started. I'll take you guys first. We're going to start this way and work our way around. So let's go. Let's flip you over. All right, guys. Still doing my catching my rainwater in my trash can. And these need to be poured out. This is my bok choy. They've gone to seed. I may save some seeds, but I got to grow in several places. And I want to use this container for something else. This is my green stalk. Mostly everything in here is going to seed, except for this is kohlrabi. I still got some lettuce that hasn't gone to seed, which is looking good. I keep coming out here and taking it out for it, but my spinach is going to seed. You see it's bolted up. Usually when things are going to seed, it gets a long, tall stalk. So you know that it's going to seed. Another bok choy. Some more strawberries. This one is getting a runner. I'm trying to let it run over into this one. That's why I don't have anything in that one. But it's getting flower. That's the only one. So that's good. And most of my spinach is going to seed. That's what's mostly in here. Spinach, lettuce, bok choy. But that's about it. Something's eating that one. Don't know what. So a butterfly, that white mouth. Oh, and I got some Swiss chard in here too. And I pick that up almost every day. So that's it for that. Here is some volunteer basil that I'm going to put somewhere. I picked it up to plant it and then I didn't, but I left it there. These are some peppers, fish pepper, chocolate pepper, chocolate pepper. I planted the other three. Got some fennel, some fenugreek. I use fenugreek. I drink it in tea. So I have that. And behind the fennel is another kohlrabi. This is all of my garlic. I do have a nasturtium in here. And this is where all of my volunteer basil came up. So I'm pulling it up. I don't know what that is there. I think it's a weed. This, I had to pull it up. And then I have my one snow pea. I think that's what it is. Which I have three here, and then one there, and then a little more garlic. And then a nasturtium that almost died because it broke off. But I stuck it back down in the dirt, and it took root. I had a small root on it, but that's it. Okay, I don't know. I think the camera went off. I'm not for sure. So I'm going to start back right here. I'm going to edit it out if it picked it up. Anywho, bugs flying. I have my snow peas here on the back to go up. This trellis here. I don't know if I'm going to keep this here. I may move the red one back over here for them to climb up. Not for sure. I want to put my cucumbers on the trellis too. So I may take those two together and make a taller trellis for my cucumbers and just put some chicken wire over so it makes the spacing closer together so they can get through it. But that's close together than what those are. So I'm not quite for sure yet. I have these three buckets here. I don't have anything in them yet. This is going to come out. I need to just pull this up. I fertilized the soil. These are going to seed, but I don't need any more down on kill seeds. I have a bunch of them in the house from last year, but we have a few on here. I may pull these pods off and just let them dry in the house, because as you can see up close, the seeds are in there. They just need to dry up. The birds get them and drop them if I leave them on here. So I had a bunch of birds that be in my yard every day. So I may just pull the bigger ones off, like those that you can see the actual seeds in, and just save a few. Because they do better when you plant your own that grew in your yard. So in those pots, not sure what I'm going to put in there, but I will put something. I stick that there because sometimes I put my tripod on there for y'all. In this pot, yesterday, I planted some gray zucchini, as you can see. And I put a marigold in there for bug deterrent. Same in this pot. I got a marigold in there as well. I haven't put anything in this pot yet, or that pot, other than the marigold. Yeah, I have a rabbit that's been coming in my yard, so I put get some food right there so that it can get it and it can leave my garden alone. I got a marigold back there and one here. This one looks like it's not going to survive. I need to give it some water. And I planted garlic. These are probably not going to do well, but they were like a patch of them together, like multiple cloves, and I just separated them and put them in there. They're very small, so they will not make big heads of garlic cloves because they're small. These keep popping up. It is, I think, poison ivy or oak or something, but they keep popping up. I keep cutting them down. Next year I'm going to put that black cloth down to cover it up so that I can get the weeds out. Here, another marigold. I put them in each corner for bugs. These are onions from last year. They're actually going to seed, so I'm leaving them so I can get the seeds from them. They were covered up, shaded out, so they didn't grow, but I left them. We got some peppers. We got fish pepper. This was a jalapeno that broke, but last year a rabbit ate it and it actually came back, so I'm going to leave it in the ground because the roots were good and see if it comes back, because that's the only jalapeno I have, I believe. This is an Anaheim, and this is Serrano, some Swiss chard, another red onion from last year that I'm going to let go to seed. Same thing, haven't planted anything in here yet. This was a volunteer tomato. I think it's a sweet cherry because that one was here. And then this is some more garlic that I broke off. I'm going to put my okra here, and I don't know what there. Maybe some eggplant. Not quite sure what's going in this bed yet. I'm still trying to figure out what's going in every bed. I wrote it up, but then I kind of like changed my mind on some of the stuff because I pulled out some of my grow bags and started putting stuff in that. So yeah, and I got my other green stalk that I still have not planted out yet. So I'm going to plant out my new green stalk. Hopefully, I got to get some more soil because I don't have enough to do that. But that's that bed. Now let's look and see what we got in these other beds. In this bed, I have volunteer, what is that? Tomatillo. Need two. The ones that I planted died. I'm not for sure if I have another one somewhere or not. I've been waiting to see if some pop up. I think I may have one. I don't know if that's one, but I'll show you here. I think this might be one. I don't know what this is. It grew up volunteer. It looks kind of like a tomato. So does that one. But I don't know exactly if it's a tomato or if it's a tomatillo or what this one is either. This one looks more like a tomato, but it's small. These are all my volunteer tomatoes that came up. So I'm going to plant these out. That's why I have them up here. They're gonna go in these two beds. Those are my what are those leaks from last year? Oh, that looks like a tomatillo back here, doesn't it? Yep, it is. So I will have another one. But I wanted a purple one because I bought purple seeds, but that's okay. I'm gonna take what I can get. Happy to have volunteers. And I would save them. Same here, some more leeks from last year. And then some onions, new onions that I planted here. Planted 2 rows of onions in between the peppers. We got black Hungarian. We got a poblano, another poblano, and then a banana pepper. And it looks sick. Didn't like to be transplanted. I left it out in the cold, so hopefully it do okay. It's warm now. And that's it for that bed. And I'm going to put tomatoes here, 4, I believe. And here, I might try to squeeze 5. This bed is 16 by 16, so each little section, I don't know, maybe 6, 12, 18. Nope. It's a little 5 and 3/4, 5. We'll say 5 feet. Anyway, and these we got 4 cabbages. Keep checking them every day to see if they're forming heads. If they look like they're forming heads, making sure ain't no worms in it. This one is hard, and this one is hard. So these two have heads on them. Already they had a bug on this one, caterpillar, green caterpillars on that one, and I got them off. I haven't seen any more. I don't put spray on them. Then this is going to seed. You can see it got seed pods on it already, so I'm saving that. It fell over. It is cabbage. I bought these cabbages last year. I stuck them in here at the end of the year because mine died. This one looks like it's going ahead, but it's not. It's not hard. So I don't know if it's gonna form a head or not because it is not hard. And this one sprouted. I think this was a cabbage. It actually might have been, I don't know. It actually might have been broccoli, but I think it was a cabbage. So I'm gonna save it and put cabbage seeds on it and see what I get and go from there. I think that's what it is. This is going to seed because it sprouted up. This is Swiss chard. So if these don't get ahead, I'm gonna pull these up and put some more tomatoes or something in this bed. And this bed is going to be for my eggplant. I got a few garlic cloves that from last year that just popped up, and I separated them, and these are golden turnips that probably ain't gonna do nothing at all, but they're in here. And I put some marigolds in this bed as well. And this is my bed that I always keep my greens in because it doesn't get a lot of shade, but they still go to seed. The bok choy has all gone to seed, so that's gonna come out. Got some Swiss chard, this lettuce, bib lettuce, came up volunteer from last year, and hasn't gone to seed yet, so I've been getting lettuce off of there. And then we have spinach, and you look down in there, it's about to go to seed too. And these are all from last year, so they'll probably go to seed as well. And I'll just put something else in this bed. Last year I had eggplant in here and collards, so these are new collards that I put in here. So they probably won't go to seed, so I'm gonna leave these 3, and may put some dino kill in here with it and see what it does. So that's it for these 2 beds. Let's go down to the bottom. I planted a bunch of potatoes yesterday, and I already had some potatoes that was in this bottom bed that were volunteers from last year. So I planted some more in the same bed. I wasn't planning on planting potatoes in this bed because they were there last year, but I just went ahead and did it. I planted the shallots in this bed that were in from last year, but they're not doing nothing, so I don't think they're going to turn into anything unless I have them planted too low, which is probably the case. So let me turn you around and show you this bed. Okay, in here I have, you can see these are my shallots from last year that I had planted up at the top, and I got a bunch of them in here. These are the volunteer potatoes. I stuck a celery stalk that I bought from the store. This is a rosemary. I cut off a piece from that and stuck it here as a bug deterrent. And these are some onions that I planted up the side. I planted some golden beets, but they didn't come up. And then I also planted that basil there too, and a few onions across the front. And then I just sprinkled some white potatoes all throughout here. I don't know what any of these are that came up because they're volunteer. But I do know that they look like different. This looks different than that one. So I had red ones in here and white. So I can tell the difference in the leaf shapes that they probably are two different kinds of potatoes in here again. So that's what I have. And then on the back, I think I may put some peas or something. I'm not for sure. Because they don't like heat and it's gonna get hot quick. And I have just that one wire up there, but I think I'm gonna put another one. I had another one and came down. My fences looks like it's gonna come off from the water, from the rain. But anywho, I have some turnips all up and down here. Oh, carpet bees are eating my fence because you can see the wood shavings. So I gotta spray that. Anyhow, marigold, bunch of onions. Then this is from last year. It survived the winter and it's getting big. And of course that came on. Got a bunch of red onions. And then yesterday I put a yellow squash in there. I put two. So I'm gonna grow it up this pole the long way. And then these are my strawberries, which I have a bunch that have came to head. That's in here. One is turning red. The rest of them are still white. So, and in this bed, I gotta pull all of this out. It's gonna see, I'm gonna put some green beans in here, I believe. And that's pretty much it for that. Now, last part is all of this that I done yesterday. These are my brown cherries. I have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the middle, I got a Jimmy Nardello pepper. Then I have, this is how I've been growing my marigold. I just put a bunch of seeds in one pot and then I just take them out the pot and move them. That is my fig tree from last year. My blueberry tree, my first one. There's a few blueberries on it. Some of it died. So as you can see, some of the limbs did not come back. I'm going to cut them off. And then we have a few blueberries on that one. This is a new one that popped up. And then we have some at the bottom. So I'll get a few blueberries. And then I bought 2 new trees, which they are very small. So they don't have many blueberries on them at all. This one has 2. And this one has 1. It got cold. And the little bit that was on there died off. We have those mint. I put a few onions in this pot with a bunch of onions. These are the bunch of onions at the back, and these are regular onions. That's just a random pot. Put potatoes in there, and there, and then I put a scallop in this back pot right here. A scallop squash. And I also put a emerald right there for deterrent. I have another fig tree, which is here, that I don't think survived because it has not come back. So I'm going to have to get another one because I think you have to have two of those as well. This is some greens and down creek. I planted a bunch just in case. But I think I'm going to plant a few of them. These are all my tomatoes that I planted that didn't come up. Now two have decided to pop up. So I'm going to plant them. But what I really wanted was my Paul Robeson, my Dr. Wychie, and my German Johnson because I've never had those. And these are my herbs, and none of them came up either. I've been keeping them right there in case they do. I wanted my stevia to come up, but none of that came up. None of it. So I'm going to try it again. But I'm going to buy some stevia this weekend and plant it. These are empty pots that I'm going to put stuff in. Don't know what. So I'm going to put something in that one too after I take the miracles off. But I may leave one and put it in those smaller pots, one or two, just for bugs. And put one on each end. It's a pot down there just to help keep the bugs away. I don't know how big these cherry, I call them cherry tomatoes, but I think I did, but they're ground cherries. Never grew them before. They actually have one on there. You can see right there already. And they're small. I didn't pinch the tops, I don't think, but I might have. They got a bunch of flowers on them, so hopefully this one has some on there too. It has two holes for the ground cherries. They look like tomatillos. I think they're in the same family as the tomato. So I planted them deep. So that is it with that, other than my herbs from last year. Thyme, that's gone to seed. You see the flowers. Then garlic and peppermint. I've been harvesting it. I need to pull the weeds out of it. And lemon balm. That is it. I did start cleaning off my porch. It's not quite clean yet, but nothing is on the couch anymore. And I gotta finish cleaning off that and get that stuff under. I got a new table inside, and I'm gonna start keeping my stuff in the garage. But I just gotta clean out my space in my garage. But oh, another thing, I forgot to show you guys. I got these things here. Those are for moles, voles. I did a short. I put it up there, but they're for moles, voles, snakes, what have you. To keep them out the garden, and I just put them all the way around in the perimeter. They're solar. I got them there. Got one there, one down there, one in the garden bed with the potatoes because they really like to get into stuff that's planted in the ground. And yeah, that is it. So thank you guys for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed my garden tour for April. I probably try to do one mid-May and at the end of May because things will start flourishing once it really gets hot, and I get everything planted. So thank you guys for stopping by my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you all in my very next video. Bye-bye.